Hello guys, welcome back to this video. So in today's video tutorial, I'm going to teach you step by step what top-down analysis is and how you can use it to consistently make profit in the market, and why I'm showing you what top-down analysis and how to carry out top-down analysis on any pair that you want to trade. I'll equally be teaching you a strategy or a tool that I use to support my top-down analysis when I'm looking for entries, and how I set my risk management in any trade that I'm going to enter. So the first thing you want to do this year, if you really want to succeed this year, I want you to stick to a certain number of pairs. If you really want to learn and master technical analysis, I want you to make some pairs your friend, and that is by adding them to your watch list. And these are pairs you'll be looking at every day. And when you become confident in trading those pairs, it will help you a lot, because you can, when you become used to a pair, you know how that pair moves. You know, if it moves by so number of percentage, you know that this is how much you'll be losing or this is how much you'll be making. You can confidently risk reasonable amount of money in that particular trade, right? So choose a pair. And if you don't know how to go about that, please let me know in the comment section. Maybe I'll make another video showing you how to create a watch list on TradingView and use it to be monitoring some of these pairs that you want to use to be learning how to trade with. All right. So top-down analysis, for those of you who don't know already, top-down analysis is a structured trading approach where you analyze the market from higher time frame to lower time frames to align the dominant trend before executing trades. The whole essence of doing top-down analysis is to trade with the market direction and not against it. And the reason for this is because trading is reactive, not predictive. Trading is reactive. What you see on the chart is what you want to follow. If the market is trending downward, you want to follow that direction. If it is trending upward, if it has broken a structure, it has changed a character to a particular direction, you want to follow it that way. Questions that should be coming to your head. Remember, I said earlier that trading is reactive, not predictive. So when you're doing top-down analysis, the question that should be coming to your head is, what is the overall trend of the market? What is the market currently doing right now? And that is why you want to start from the higher time frame. So the higher time frame direction is what you want to use to judge what you want to be doing on the lower time frame. So if the market, for instance, is in an uptrend, what you want to be doing when you go to the lower time frame is to be looking for pullbacks. Those pullbacks on the lower time frame could actually, you look at it, you will see what I'm going to show you. On the lower time frame, this pullback here will automatically create a structure of its own, and you see it as a downward market, right? But what you are doing, because you already know what is happening on the higher time frame, you want to use this to say, okay, this is where I'm going to enter a trade if this market is going to go up. And once the market is trending downward, and you have seen that on the higher time frame already, what you're looking for is every pullback, you want to be getting a trade or an entry to sell in that market. So for the top-down analysis, what we do first, we start from the higher time frame. And in this case, I'm going to start from the monthly time frame. And right now on the monthly time frame, we are looking at Litecoin, as you can see here. Okay, we are looking at LTC USDT. This is the pair we are looking at, and we are currently on the monthly time frame, as you can see right here. So what do we want to first look at? Right, first I want to look at what this market is currently doing right here. And if you check right here, what I need right here is my trend line. So I'll just pick my trend line, and then I pick from here and I take it up there, right? So even if I decide to pick it from here and down there, you see that clearly this market is in an uptrend, right? Even on the monthly time frame. That's the first thing I want to establish, that this market is in an uptrend. And market has been grabbing a lot of liquidity within this zone right there. So each time, the first time market came here, grabbed all the liquidity here, went up, came back there again, all right? And then it went up that way. And right now, we are currently at this particular low here, right? Why you see that this is in an uptrend on the monthly time frame is that this low, this recent low that we just created, is higher than this one, okay? And this one is higher than this one, and it goes on that way. That is why you see our trend line slanting, upward. So already we know that this place here, this trend line here, has actually served as a strong base, as a strong support, and then market has been coming and bouncing from there. And that is exactly what we are seeing right there. So for the past 4 months or so, because we're on the monthly time frame, you see market has been coming down, 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 down. And this month definitely is going to end up as green, because that's what we are seeing right here, right? This month will definitely be ending up as green. So now that I've established this, that this market is in an uptrend, I can equally draw a channel right here. If you go to your trading view, there is a tool called the parallel channel, right? or you can equally use your trend line rather to draw that, right? If you want to get a you want the channel, you can go ahead and draw that channel. So I'll draw from here down there, and then I'll take it up there. So you see that currently on the monthly time frame, okay, for quite a while now, Litecoin or LTC has been moving within this parallel channel. So we go to the top of that level, we reject, we come to the bottom, we reject. It continues to go that way. And right now, Litecoin is currently rejecting from the lower point of that parallel channel. So what we'll be looking for right from here is a buy trade. Okay, we are going to be looking for a buy trade because this is in an uptrend. So the next thing I want to do is to go to the weekly time frame. So now that we are back down to the weekly time frame, we could go ahead and adjust that. If I decide to draw another trend line from here, all right, that can equally work. You can see that we are still in that uptrend, and you can see market rejecting and bouncing up from here. And why I'm looking at this too, some of the things I want to be looking at is the candlestick patterns as well, right? And when a candle closes like this is a pin bar candle, as you can see right here. So this just tells you that this is a reversal candle, right? Where buyers or sellers will push the market down, and then immediately buyers will buy it, and it closes with this little body with a long wick. That shows you that it is a sign that market is rejecting here. And you can see that every candle that comes to that level, except for this one, that this is the scenario that happens sometime in October, right? Except for that one, you see that every time the candle is about to bounce from that area, there will always be that candle closing with little body and a very long wick to the downside, right? So it shows you that market is actually ready to bounce from this area right here. So after establishing that on the weekly time frame, we still have that moving. All right, the next thing I want to be looking at, I'll go to the daily time frame and start looking at structures where this market will change character to the upside if truly this momentum is going to move up. All right, so to look for that, I'll go to the daily time frame. So here we are on the daily time frame, and the first thing I want to look at before we came to create this low here, so the first thing I want to look at is this is the recent low we created on the daily time frame. And then before we came to create that low there, we have this high here. All right, so this is the high that created this lower low, right? And then market started moving up by creating a low that is higher than this previous one, and then we have created another low. All right, this is confirming that movement that we decided to say this is in an uptrend, right? So this is the recent low we created after this high here, and then we came down to create this low. Now we have created a low that is higher than this previous low, and we have created another low here that is higher than this previous low. So this is a sign that this market is going to move up, right? And we have broken structure around this area. So we broke structure around this area, and market is beginning to push up. But because we have an overall high right here that created this low, we still need to take out this high right here before I could actually start looking for that long-term hold of a market that is moving to the upside with this particular token, right? And if you watch clearly right here, you'll see that this high that created this low that we started bouncing from, if you look right here, you see that that area has been serving as a resistance, right? Each time market comes to that area, it rejects. So there's a possibility that this token will move up to that area there, and then we have a rejection before it continues to go up. So we have this resistance right here. And one thing I want to pay attention to is that level. So we need to pay attention to this level right here because it has been serving as a very strong resistance. So we need to keep an eye on that. And if you look towards the left, you'll see that that area too has been serving as a support before we eventually broke below it, came to retest it, and then came back. We came up there, we rejected, came up there, rejected, and then came back down here. So this area is a very key level of resistance that we need to pay attention to now that Litecoin is moving up there. Right now that this area here is established on the daily time frame, the next thing we want to do is to go to the 4 hours time frame and see what we can achieve, looking at this market right now. So remember, we moved from monthly, we went to the weekly, now we're on the daily time frame, and we just spotted this level as our level of resistance for this particular market that is coming up. And until we break this structure here on the higher time frame, and then there's a change of character where we start creating new highs and start going up, we will look at this area as a barrier for us to continue to go up, right? So let's go to the 4 hours. So here on the 4 hours time frame, you can see clearly here that that's the area we mapped out from the daily time frame. That's the area we want to be looking at even as we proceed to take a trade up. But long ago, you can see right here that market has already changed character on the 4 hours time frame, right? On the 4 hours time frame, we've changed that character a long time ago by breaking all the structure right here, created a low here, and then we started moving up, right? Now, what I look at, for instance, if I was to take trades on the 4 hours time, because I start looking for entries on the 4 hours time frame, right? So on the 4 hours time frame, you can see that there is a level right here where market has equally been resisting from, right? You see, right, this level we've been resisting there, and that has equally served to our left here as a support, and that makes this level valid. We came there, rejected, and now eventually we broke out of that level. So when a market breaks a structure like this and changes character to the upside, one thing I want to be looking at, the market has already moved up, right? One thing I personally want to be looking at is before this market broke the structure, right? So we created a low around this area here. So we created this low, and after this low, we came back to create this high around this area. Now that we've confirmed that we have changed character here on the 4 hours time frame, and market is going up, one thing I want to do is to go to the 1 hour time frame and start looking for entries, right? So what I want to basically do is, already we've broken out of this level, right? We're supposed to retest here, and then we'll continue to move to the upside. But before that retest will happen, what I basically do whenever I'm entering trades on this is to support this with my Fibonacci 2, right? When the market moves up, I wait for the pullback, I enter a trade. When it moves up, I wait for the pullback, I enter a trade, and I continue with my Fibonacci 2 to the upside. So right here, where I will be looking for trades from this, right? Because this is the level that actually broke out. Okay, this is the candle that broke this level right here, and this is the recent low we created. So for me to start looking for trades to the upside, because if you're waiting for this to come and retest this level, you may not get that retest immediately. Market may later come down to that area, but the retest may not happen immediately. So what I want to do is to use my Fibonacci 2 and follow up with that market. So what happens is I'll take my Fib tool right here, and then this is the low we created, all right? And the market went up. Let's assume that when I came in, I saw the market started rejecting here, right? So what I want to do, once I see this massive bearish candle, what I want to do is to take my Fibonacci 2 from the lowest point, the recent low, to that high there where the market is rejecting from, because I don't want to jump into the market immediately, right? This is not the default Fibonacci 2. If you want to use the default Fibonacci 2, if I go ahead and apply default, this is what it looks like. So I've customized this, and I have a video where I taught you how to use the Fibonacci 2, right? So where I've customized all of these tools, and I even showed you this number so that you can go ahead. So check out that Fibonacci video on the channel, and you'll be able to, get it. So from here, when we saw this massive candle rejecting, what we want to be looking for is a buy trade when market comes and reject right here. This is my golden level. I have 3 numbers here that I use as my entering point. Okay, I have the 0.5 number, I have the 618 level, the 0.618, and then the 0.65 level. So this basically is the golden level on my Fibonacci 2. This is how I customize it to. And what I use it for, I use it as entries, right? I use it as entries. So right here, I'll be looking for a long trade when market comes and bounce from that level. So once I come down to the 1 hour time frame, what I want to be looking for on the 1 hour time frame is for entries, because it is here that I'm going to be setting my stop losses. I can even go to as low as the 15 minutes time frame. So I want market to come bounce from that level, right? And then I will be putting my stop loss just beneath that low there. Let's say I can just put it beneath, or I can just go to the 15 minutes time frame and start looking for the appropriate place to put my stop loss. And once I set up my stop loss, what I'm looking for in this market is a 1 to 3. And right here, you can see that this trade gave us that 1 to 3 that we're looking at, even with that, reaching to that our stop loss right here, right? So this is how I support my analysis using the Fibonacci 2. So right after this hit at TP, you see that market started moving sideways and then went up there, came down before it started going up again. If I want to start looking for another entry using the Fibonacci tool again, I'll just pick it, take it from this low. Remember, since we created this low here, we've not created any other low that is beneath this. All right, so I'll take it from this low, and then this is the recent high that I want to take it to. So I'll just take it to that high right there. And guys, you can see that market came, respected that level right here. So what we're looking at is this particular move right there. Market came, respected that level right there, and boom, right? So it came, respected that level right there, and would have put our stop loss and just below that level because we're looking for a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. And this would have equally been a winning trade for you. You would have made more than 1 to 3 right here. All right. So that is it, right? That is it. Now, if we are looking for new entries again, I can get up to 3 trades in this particular move right here. Remember, we've created another low here, and this low is higher than this previous low. So we are still in that uptrend, right? We are still in that uptrend. So we created another low here, and then we created a high around this area. So this is our recent low, this is our recent high. What we need to do now, the market is rejecting and all of that, we're looking for new entries, right? So we can go ahead, take our Fibonacci tool right here. Let's ignore this. So I'll take this low from here, and then I'll take it to that recent high there, which is this one, right? So I'll take it there, and boom, guys, look at that. Market came, bounced up from that level again, using that Fibonacci tool again, the golden level, right? The golden level is what I'm looking at. So using that Fibonacci tool again would have done less than 1% or even 1% stop loss right there. And we target another 1 to 3, right? We target another 1 to 3, and guys, this would have hit another full TP, right? This would have hit another full TP. Now, why I'm doing this, right? Why I'm doing this, I'm paying attention to all of these levels right here. Okay, I'm paying attention to all of this level. Once market changes character and start going down, remember we started from the monthly time frame. I already knew that this market is in an uptrend, so the market will continue to go up until it changes character on the lower time frame that is going down. I'll continue to look for long, and that is exactly what I'm showing you here. And why I'm looking for that long, I don't just randomly start entering trades. I'll be using my Fibonacci tool to start. Whenever market start pulling back, I'll use my Fibonacci tool, right? I've showed you the template for this already. Please check out that video about Fibonacci on my channel, and you'll be able to get this template. I've showed you how to set up this template. And what I need to do, look out for, is market comes down to that level, bounces, and I'm taking a trade. It comes back to that level, bounces, and I'm taking a trade. It comes down to that level, bounces, and I'm taking a trade. So right now, the low that I'm currently working with, until this low is taken out, right? Until this low here is taken out, I'll still be looking for entrance from this level, right? I'll still be looking for entrance from this level. So I want to see if this will create another low that will be higher than this one right here. Okay, I want to see if this will create another low that will be higher than this one right here. Then we'll now start looking for trades. But if not, if it comes and takes out this low, then we need to go back down to this 4 hours level right here and see the market comes and bounce from there as, you know, a retest and start going back up. But for now, this is what I'm looking at for, right? This is what I'm looking at for. So what I will be waiting for right now with this last trade here, I want to see this create another low that is higher than this previous one here, go up. When I see a pullback, I want to join that trend until we get to this daily time frame. Remember, this level we measured here is the level on the daily time frame. So until we get to this level here, which we are going to definitely get a rejection from, or we just break above it and start going up. Okay, until we get to that level, I will continue to look for a long trade. So when we get to this level, which is our daily level right here, then we can now start looking for a trade to the downside. And this is how I trade every now and then with some of the tokens I have on my watch list, like Litecoin, BTC, Ethereum, BNB, Dogecoin. These are some of the tokens I have on my watch list. These are some of the tokens that are less volatile compared to tokens like Mundane, tokens like for a lot of tokens out there actually that are very volatile. And if you are trading such tokens, you need to trade them with very low leverage, or you just glue yourself to your chart. If not, you will get liquidated as soon as possible, right? So this is what I do. You go to your higher time frame, right? You start analyzing until you get to the lower time frame, and on the 1 hour time frame is where I start using my Fibonacci tool, and I just need that to come break that level, and then we'll take a trade. But right now, okay, I don't see any need for the Fibonacci tool right there. So what I want to do from here, right, if I want to start paying attention from this level with this candle that is coming down, all I just need is go to the lower time frame, which is the 15 minutes time frame. And what I'm going to be looking for on the 15 minutes time frame is see that this our level right here, okay, which is 7 right now as a support holds, right? This our level right here holds. Remember, this is supported by the Fibonacci golden level as well. So if we get rejections from here, we will actually start looking for a buy as well. right? I want to see a sign, maybe a candle comes, just like I said, a pin bar candle, for instance. If I didn't want to use the Fibonacci and I want to support this with a candle pattern, you can see this candle here with a very tiny body and a very long way. This is a signal that this market is going to reverse from here. Well, I'm looking for engulfing candle, just like you see here. We had this candle engulfing this other one, and that is just a sign of reversal, right? So that's the pattern I'll be looking. I'll be looking for candlestick patterns right here, and I'll be targeting another 1 to 3 from here. And until we break this high and create a new high and create a new low, that's what I'll be looking for, right? If you use my stop loss, it's just 1%. So with 1% stop loss, I can use 20%, 20x leverage rather. I can use, up to 30x leverage on this token, and I can confidently trade it without, being worried that this will get me liquidated, or if it hits my stop loss, I'll be losing more, right? So I'll continue to look for a trade right here until we take out this high or until we take out this low, right? So as long as I keep getting rejection from here, I'll be taking a trade, be targeting that 1 to 3, and it continues to go like that until this finally breaks below this level, and then we'll start coming back down to the 4 hours level, or we continue to take trade until we get to that daily level. That is how you'll be doing the supporting it with your Fibonacci tool, right? Remember, I took you from the monthly time frame. We look at that level. We saw that this token is still in an uptrend. We confirmed that from the weekly time frame. We came to the daily time frame, and then we saw that there's a resistance here that this token needs to break before we continue to push up. Even as it's pushing up right now, we still have this level right here. And then since we broke or changed character on the 4 hours time frame, we've not come to retest that level. But since then, market has been going up, 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 up. So we'll continue to follow this. And this is the recent low we have here. So we'll keep an eye on this. And this is our recent high. So if we take out this high, we'll continue to look for a trade to the upside. If we come and reject from here and still goes back up, we'll continue to look for trades, for long trades, until we change character on the 15 minutes or the 1 hour time frame, right? So this is how you carry out top-down analysis. Remember, once again, why you are doing this is to look at the overall trend of the market, and you use that overall trend of the market to make decisions on a lower time frame. If you want to be trading the pullbacks, you can go ahead and trade the pullbacks, but trading the pullback is going against the trend, and you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to do that. So that is how you do top-down analysis on any pair of your choice and start looking for a long trade. I hope this video is helpful. Please, if you want a watch list of tokens, crypto pairs that are not too volatile, that you can be trading on a daily basis, if you really want to learn, let me know in the comment section and I'll make a video on that. And if you want to learn more, take advantage of all the free signals we share every day. Join us on Telegram and the exchanges that we recommend that you can trade with, that you will not have issue with, that you always get assistance if there is any issue. You can check all of them in the video description, or check out my bio for that. Sign up with any of the recommended exchanges. Join us on Telegram, contact me, and let's rock it together. By the way, guys, if you want to get a funded account to trade crypto, up to 200K to trade crypto, then check out the proof firms that we recommended. I have 2 proof firms their links are in the video description. You can check out 𝗖𝗄 or check out ProofW. They are actually very awesome. They can fund you up to 200K to start trading crypto. I hope this video is helpful. That is it for today, guys. I'll see you in my next video.